All right, well, Tesla is in focus today. Shares were up about 5% yesterday as CEO Elon Musk took to where else but Twitter to tease news that's expected out today at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. There are a few clues as to what that news might be, with some speculating it could be a new partnership, it could be a new model reveal, or something else entirely. But one hot take in the New York Times yesterday was raising the possibility of Musk returning to the prospect of taking Tesla private, citing the possibility that Musk's latest troubles with the SEC could result in him being removed as CEO. The piece argues that would likely send shares plummeting and then might create the perfect time to actually go private this time around. Guys, Tesla shares tanked the first time the SEC announced it was pursuing a case against Musk. So clearly, he's tied to the valuation of this company. But what are your thoughts on that? And then what do we think is going to be coming later today?
I have no idea, honestly. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be anything particularly fascinating that we've been talking about a lot lately, like bond repayments or anything like that. It probably is just an unveiling of a new truck or something like that.
A truck?
I have no idea. I have no clue. Who knows with Elon Musk? It could be anything.
You know, if it's this whole issue, look, if it's this whole issue of he's actually going to try to take the company private again, he's going to be under a lot of pressure from current shareholders and other parties, and there'll be all sorts of class action about paying the right price. Who's going to finance this? How is this going to be financed? What are they going to do about this?
Sure.
But how is this going to work? Is he going to tweet again that funding secured and get in further trouble with the SEC?
Right.
Is he going to tell some lie about that? You can't just come out and say, I'm buying the company. I mean, it has to be a full release, and there has to be something that's really back. Is he going to have a highly confident letter from Jeffries? Like, how is this going to work?
I would like to say he learned his lesson from that, but as we saw,
he's learned nothing.
No, he hasn't.
This guy's learned nothing. He thinks he's above the law. He's a megalomaniac. I have some thoughts about
yes,
that.
I've
never met the guy, but he just strikes me as one of these guys who really thinks he's above everything, that he's immortal or something like that. Now the SEC is cracking down on him. Yeah,
I mean, he definitely can't make the announcement, right, that they're taking Tesla. I mean, to your point, especially on Twitter, especially after the SEC has been.
He didn't say that he's necessarily breaking this news at 5 p.m. on Twitter. He's just teasing the announcement.
I mean, do we really think he's not going to make an announcement on Twitter at all?
I'm not entirely
sure. Do we really think he's learned all of his lessons and he's going to do a fully vetted release that has been looked over by the company's lawyers, which is he was supposed to be doing this whole entire time?
Well, and his general counsel.
Let's say he has a lawyer. Oh wait, that guy quit. Never mind.
So there is that. Although who knows? It could be this long sought after $35,000 Model 3 that we haven't seen yet. That could be the announcement.
We are playing right now, personally, I think, into Elon Musk's hands. He wants this. No, he does this all the time. He changes his name to Elon Tusk. He tweets out an elephant emoji. Everyone goes crazy. What could he mean? What is he doing?
Yep.
What's going to be coming up? Then he teases us with, we have an announcement at 5 o'clock. And people love Tesla. Yep. He has his die-hard fans that will continue to buy his products no matter what, that will continue to invest in the company despite all of the troubles that they have with the SEC. And others, and I think we're just playing right into it. We keep talking about it. And we can't help it, can't we?
You know what would be a great announcement? He comes out and says, hey, I figured out how to actually produce cars the way I said I was going to. I'm going to meet production targets. How about that? And here's how I'm actually going to do it, rather than just show you videos of myself sleeping on the floor in Fremont. Great, good job.
Well,
Thank you.
See. All right, so clearly not a lot of optimism here from what this announcement might be, but I'm going to keep it on a positive note there and say
I told you, doom and gloom.
I think he's okay. My bet is that he's tweeting out a picture of a new car.
I think you're right, though. If he said that he was shutting his Twitter down, that could be good news for a lot of people.
How are they going to produce those?
Could be.
Can't wait.